Hey, what's good everybody? It's your boy Krypts here. We're back with another video, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about some preparations you can prepare for yourself for Hutao. So, if you guys didn't know, Hutao was not announced in the 1.3 kind of special program, but it is most likely that she will be released after the Kaching banner. Like I've said in past videos, that they just don't want to, announce Hutao because her character does represent death and all that sort. So, if you guys didn't know, it is Lunar New Year times, Chinese New Year's, or however you want to say it. And Hutao is a bad luck charm during these times because she is, represents death and all that sort, right? So that's why they're not announcing her, but most likely she will be out Kaching banner, after the Kaching banner. So don't worry about that. Hutao is actually coming very soon. So we are on the Honey Impact website. I will link the website in the description section below if you guys want to check it out. It's a very good website and it's going to help us today try to prepare ourselves for Hutao. So let's get right into it. So if we go to her ascension here, she is a pyro character, if you guys didn't know yet, and pyro is OP, so she's probably going to be good. And looking at her stats, she is probably going to be OP. She really is. So if you look at your ascensions, you're going to need these silk flowers. You can find them in the Liwei Harbor, or you can find them in the Wangshu Inn, I think is what it's called. You usually get commissions in that inn around that area, so you probably know what I'm talking about. But just start farming them now so that you don't have to farm them later. I kind of did forget to farm the Ginseng flowers for Zhao, so it was took me a little bit of a while to level up to 90. But I am preparing silk flowers for Hutao, so it should be good for that. And you're also going to need the juvenile jades. You needed them for Zhao, and you're gonna need them for Hutao. They don't drop a lot, honestly. It's kind of unfortunate. Sometimes I get only 2 per like boss, and it's kind of unfortunate grinding them, especially using your resin and all that sort. So using your resin now, if you don't need to use your resin for anything else, very useful. And then farm your pyro crystal chunks and all that sort. Obviously you're gonna have to beat the pyro Regivine. So yeah, there's that. It's kind of annoying though, because you're gonna have to use, like, before with the older characters, I don't know, man, they need to do something with the resin, because if you're gonna make us do 2 separate resins world bosses, like, it uses so much resin, because you're gonna need to use 40 per boss for the juvenile jade, and then you're gonna need 40 per for the chunks to beat the pyro Regivine, right? It's really annoying, it really is. And you're also gonna need to farm the Wooper nectar flowers. So this is pretty easy. Just go to your adventure books. I've showed you guys this before. Go to your adventure books and try to find out the Wooper kind of like enemies, and then you're just gonna have to farm them. And obviously you're gonna need a bunch of Mora, so there's that as well. You're gonna save up a bunch of Mora, because obviously it does cost a good chunk of Mora, ascending and on talents and all that sort, and it's a pain. It really is. Looking at her ascension, she ascends crit damage percentage, which is really good. So that means all you gotta do is really focus on, you can get really high crit damage, you know what I'm saying? So you can get really high, you can get to 200 crit damage and like about 50 or 60 crit rate. Very possible, very possible. Hutao is also a polearm user, just like Zhao. She is gonna be really good. Looking at her stats, which we will look in a bit. But yeah, Hutao is looking really, really good. You go to her talents. So normal attack performs up to 6 consecutive spear strikes, consumes a certain amount of stamina to lunge forward for the charge attack, and she also does plunging attack. So we don't really know what Hutao does, but she could be, my guess is she could be a pyro version of Zhao. You know how Zhao does that crazy thing? She could be something like that, maybe. I don't think so, but that's just my guess what she could be. I don't really know much about Hutao myself, so that's why I'm just guessing. I'm trying to be as surprised as I could, right? And when Hutao is coming out, because there are a few leaks out there, I'm pretty sure, but I really don't want to see them, so there's that. So if you look at her talent level up, let's say you level up to 8, it hits around the 70 mark, and then 96, and then 103, so it's not too bad. Comparing her base attacks 106, which is pretty good, pretty decent. And then so it's not too bad. She does probably do a good amount of damage. Looking at her multipliers right now, her percentage, so there's that. And then her Guide to Afterlife increases Hutao base attack based on her max HP. At the time of entering the state, attack bonus gained away cannot exceed 400% of Hutao's base attack. Converts attack damage to pyro damage, okay, which cannot be overridden by any other elemental infusion. And the charge attack applies the Blood Blossom effect to the enemy's hit, and then it increases Hutao's resistance to interruption. Okay, so what is this Blood Blossom? Enemies affected by Blood Blossom will take pyro damage every 4 seconds. This damage is considered elemental skill damage. Each enemy can be affected by only one Blood Blossom effect at a time. Okay, so they take pyro damage. So is this like similar to kind of like Child's E? I don't know how Child E's work, but I don't think so. Maybe not. Actually, it could be, because I know I don't really know too much about Child, but I know if you use his E, he puts a mark on you, and you do like hydro, you inflict hydro on them. So maybe it kind of is like that. I'm not sure, but. It says Hutao's attack based on her max HP, so remember, your max HP is not your artifacts. Oh wait, no, this is max HP, not base HP. So it does actually involves your artifacts. So do you want to build more HP sets on Hutao? Ooh, that's tough. That is tough. I don't know. We'll see how it works out when she comes out, but that is very interesting because max HP is actually including your artifacts as well. So building your artifacts, you know, corresponding to her E, that is going to be very interesting. That really is. And then her ultimate, Spirit Soother, commands a Blazing Spirit to attack, dealing pyro damage in large AoE. Pretty good AoE. Upon striking the enemy, regenerates a percentage of Hutao's max HP. Pretty good. If Hutao HP is below 50%, both the damage and HP regeneration are increased. Okay, so she is kind of similar to Zhao in a way. She loses HP for damage, I guess. You know how Zhao uses his ultimate, he loses HP, but this is very interesting. She's gonna be a very interesting. Her abilities really do represent her, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Talent Ascension, you're gonna need the Whoop Flowers, and then she used I think that's Prosperity, no, Diligence. Okay, so you need the Diligence books. I do have a few of that. And then you're gonna need these from the Child boss, the Shard of Foul Legacy. If you probably have Child, you probably use a few. For me, I probably have a bunch because I do not have Child on my account. Surprise, surprise. And I don't level up. I haven't leveled up Diona, so I'm gonna have a good amount for Hutao when she comes out. And then here's our consolations and passive talents. I'm not gonna really go through these. We'll go through these later on when Hutao is kind of close by and coming out. And then just about the sounds, and there's nothing really else other than that. Anyway, so yeah, so you can look at the website. I'll link it down below, so that you can prepare for Hutao. So obviously this is probably the more important part that you're gonna need to focus: the Ascension, the Juvenile, Jade, and the Pyro. And yeah, that's really it. There's not too much about it. We'll talk about weapons and artifacts later on. This is a good way to get ready right now, because then you can get Hutao's Ascensions ready and her talents ready, and then kind of looking at her stats, seeing if it's really worth it pulling for her. Personally, for me, I will be pulling for Hutao because, you know, content. So I'm gonna try to get Hutao, and then this time I'm gonna try to get Hutao ready and as fast as possible for y'all, and get a video out there as quick as possible. Anyways, that's gonna be this video. I hope you guys enjoy that. Not too much content, Genshin Impact. It's not too crazy. Like, there's a lot of things to do, but for video wise, it's kind of getting difficult to make some videos. So I'll probably make a build guide sometime in the next few days. Maybe a Child or Kaching build, something around that line. Anyways, really do appreciate the support. Let's keep it going. Hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. Really would appreciate it. Hit that like button as well if you guys enjoyed the video. Comment down below if you guys have any questions, concerns. And other than that, y'all know the drill. Hit that bell notification, notifies you when I put up a video. That's gonna be it for me. Peace.